I had everything today: the plan, the planner, the system. I sat down at 6:30, started respiratory from first aid, and by 11 am I was scrolling. The break had been going for 45 minutes. My book was open, but I was not reading. This video is about what happened between 6:30 and right now, and 5 things that stopped today from being completely wasted. So, yes, these are the 5 things that stopped today from being completely wasted. The first one would be a start ritual. It's a morning ritual that switches your brain on. The second one is a study method. It's a method to build understanding and not just the memory. The third one is a bad day rescue system. These have 3 steps in them. The fourth one would be a lunch reset, which is actually a retention strategy. And the last one is a 2-minute evening technique that shows you exactly what stayed. So let's go. After a glass of lukewarm water, 10 minutes of still sitting before anything else. It's not spiritual, it's not emptying my mind, it's just a transition. Your brain wakes up scattered. Sleep mode to study mode does not happen automatically. So 10 minutes of stillness, it switches focused mode on deliberately. Without it, their first hour at the desk is half asleep, phone in hand, and sometimes achieving nothing. After this, get back to your desk and spend 2 minutes for your planner. Simply just one line for the goal and today's target. My goal for today is completing respiratory, and today's target is 8.5 hours of studies. The order in which you study matters, and I'll show you why in a minute. Session 1 started. Now here's where most of us go wrong with first aid. We open straight to the disease. I did that mistake too. COPD, features, investigations, management, memorize and then move on. And 3 days later it's completely blank. Because they skipped the one thing that makes everything else make sense. The physiology. Let's go through one simple concept of respiratory physiology, the V by Q ratio. So V is the ventilation, the air reaching the alveoli, and Q is the perfusion, which is the blood reaching the alveoli. The normal V by Q ratio is around 0.8. Now these are of 2 types, low and high. Low V by Q means blood is reaching the alveoli, but air is not. That means there is some kind of obstruction. And high V by Q means air is reaching the alveoli but the blood is not. That means there's something blocking the vessels, such as obstruction such as COPD or asthma could be causing low V by Q ratio, and something such as pulmonary embolism could be causing high V by Q ratio. So whatever topic you choose, the core remains the same. First is physiology, what is supposed to happen. Second is pathophysiology, what went wrong. And third is the disease, just the logical conclusion. And this is not just for medical students, it works for any subject, any exam. Just find the framework first and everything else becomes logical.
Hard without you, because back then if I could do it again, would've made it less, so I wouldn't lose you. I wouldn't lose you, 'cause you were gone too soon, and my only rescue still get lost in the memory.
That was the good part of today, and here's where it fell apart. 9:50 break time, 20 minutes. 20 became 35, 35 became 45, phone in hand, not reading. And here's the thing, I knew exactly what I should be doing, but knowing was not enough. And these 3 steps actually got me back. Step 1, I said it out loud to myself. What am I even doing? That moment of self-awareness is the actual turning point. Second is your phone goes far away, out of reach, because the problem was never motivation, it was proximity. Remove the proximity, remove the problem. And step 3, I looked at my goals. I have this in my notebook and also have it pasted in my wall. Somewhere my eyes land naturally during the day. I'm not showing you what's on mine, it's very personal. But here's what makes it work. It needs to be very specific, like what marks you want or what branch you want to get into. Not something like become a doctor, that's too vague. So, something real and something only you know. I read it and then opened the book, not with motivation but with direction. Recovered, phone away, goals visible, and that's the whole system. Write your goals tonight. Got the second block done, and it's lunchtime. And here's something I did not expect when I started doing this. What you do at lunch directly affects what you remember from the morning. No, it's not what you eat, but what you do. You know, our brain has two modes: focused mode for active, concentrated, and diffuse mode for relaxed and mind wandering freely. But here's what most of us don't know. Diffuse mode is when your brain actually consolidates what is learned in the focused mode. The connection forms and then the memory solidifies, but it only happens if the break is genuinely restful. Scrolling your phone is not a diffuse mode. I'll be suddenly recalling something from the session I had earlier without trying because my brain finally had the space to process it. So, after eating, a little bit of walking, talking, and then back to desk. The afternoon sleepiness does not disappear completely, but it becomes manageable instead of session ending. So, cooking in between is simply a retention strategy, and you can do any of the diffuse mode activities that suits you. It's evening, sessions done, some of it stayed, some of it did not, and this 2 minute thing will tell you which one was which. So, for the 2 minutes, I go through everything that I had studied before throughout the day, very surfacely, and then everything closed, no book open, blank page, and for 2 minutes, I write everything that I remember from today. Fast, messy, no organizing, no checking. It's a pure brain dump for 2 minutes. Whatever comes, V by Q ratio 0.8 normal, low V by Q, obstruction, barrel chest, air trapping. Just don't stop. Visualize the topics, visualize the concepts, and just write everything that comes to your mind. After 2 minutes, I stop and then I open the first aid. I look at what did not come out. Those are the things that is not in my memory yet. That's tomorrow morning's first priority. And here's why this works specifically. You know, most of us test ourselves by reading something and thinking that yes, I know it. That is called recognition. But recognition does not always mean retention. So in exam, there's nothing in front of you. It's just memory. And this 2 minute exercise, it trains to recall and not just recognize. Try it once and the gap between what you think you retained today and what you actually retained will surprise you. It surprised me. It's just 2 minutes and more honest than any practice test. At the end of the day, get back to your planner. Be honest with yourself. Look for what went wrong and what could have been done better. So, yes, that's the whole day. Not perfect, but real. See you next time.